Okay, in that case, I'll just start, okay?
Yeah, you can start.
Great. Thank you very much for your time, everybody. I think I can't see the students, but I guess a lot of students are probably there looking at me right now. So everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Xiaoten Su. I am the managing director of our organization called Study Abroad Research Institute. And today I want to talk to you briefly about why you should consider studying abroad in Japan for your university studies, okay? So just a second. I think my presentation stuck. There we go. Okay, so today, this is what we'll talk about. Okay, first, I want to introduce you a little bit about our organization, Study Abroad Research Institute, or we call SARI. Then I will talk to you about the benefits of studying in Japan from 2 points. One is I'm going to talk about the salary that you can earn after you graduate from a Japanese university. And then I will talk to you a little bit about the cost of getting a university education in Japan. Okay, so and then at the end, after I talk about the benefits of studying in Japan, then I can tell you a little bit about how our organization can help you to get into a Japanese university. Okay, so first, let me do a little bit of introduction about our organization. Okay, so what is our organization? So we are a nonprofit organization, and we try to help students who never thought about study abroad discover opportunities to study abroad. And once they study abroad, they can start an international career and achieve their potential. Okay. Our organization, we're based in Tokyo, in Japan, and we reach out to many African students like yourselves, and then introduce them to universities in Japan. Okay. This is entirely free to you. We're funded by donations, and we're funded by universities in Japan for our programs. Okay. So our goal is we tell you about opportunities in Japan, and we also talk to the universities in Japan to encourage them to get more foreign students to come to Japan. Okay, so like this. We talk to the students, we talk to the university, and we also talk to the government, right? The government can help create policies that encourage universities to take more foreign students. Okay, so that's our goal in this organization. So a little bit about myself, okay? Our organization can help you because we have experience in study abroad ourselves, right? For example, I want to give you an example of myself, right? A little bit about myself. So this is me. I was born in China, okay? Then I moved to Japan when I was 5 years old, okay? And then I moved to the US when I was 12. Then I have studied abroad in many universities across the world. I studied in a university in the US, in Australia, in UK, and now I am studying in Japan as well. Okay. I just finished. I'm working on a doctor's degree in the University of Tokyo in Japan. So I can tell you about what studying in Japanese university is like. And I also worked for 2 years in Tanzania, in rural area in Tanzania, in microfinance to help many farmers there. So I'm a little bit familiar with some of the challenges of bringing African students to do study abroad. Okay. So that's a little bit of my self-introduction. Now I want to talk to you about why you should consider studying in Japan. Okay. First, I want to tell you about the benefits from after graduating from a Japanese university. Okay, so salaries in Japan are very high for university graduates. Here are some of the examples, right? In 2019, the average salary in Japan was about 39,000 US dollars. Okay, so this is quite high. Yeah. For people who live in Tokyo, the city I live in, the average is even higher. It's more than 50,000 a year, US dollars. Okay. And for some fields, if you study IT, for example, many companies want IT consultants right now. So they have a higher salary, right? On average, they make about $58,000 if you study IT in university, okay? And if you finish bachelor's degree, you earn that much. But if you finish master's or PhD, you're paid even more. Masters are paid 23% more on average, and doctors are paid 42% more than people who have bachelor's degrees. So you can kind of calculate how much money that you can make as a university graduate in Japan. So this is the benefit of you getting a high salary by graduating from a Japanese university. At the same time, getting a job in Japan is relatively easy, right? Please look at this graph. This graph is for number of jobs that are available for each job applicant. Right now, in 2019, last year, there are 2.5 jobs available for every person in the country looking for a job. So for every person in Japan that is looking for a job, there are more than 2 jobs available. So you see that there is a shortage of workers. So they need more workers here in Japan, which is why many foreigners come to Japan to work. Okay, but there's still a shortage because you see there are more than 2.5 jobs for every person in the country. So if we have more people, then we'll be able to get jobs for them as well. Okay. But in the future, this problem that I just talked about of there being many jobs compared to people is going to be even worse. Why? Because Japan's population is declining. Okay. So right now, Japan has a population of about 130 million people. In 2100, end of this century, it will be 85 million people. Okay, so you see the Japanese population is actually shrinking quite fast, right? Because of shrinking population, then that means there's even worse worker shortage in the future, which means there are even more jobs available, right? And if there are more jobs available to everybody, that means the salary will become even higher in the future. So that it will be a benefit for people who study in Japan in the future. Okay. Now, then I want to talk about the second point of the benefit of studying Japan is that you can get a degree. You can get an education relatively cheaper compared to other places that you consider for study abroad. For example, I want to compare Japan to some of the Western countries that also take many international students. Okay, for example, I went to Yale for my undergraduate education. Okay, at Yale University, this is in the U.S. One degree, one education is about more than $44,000 per year. Okay. So very expensive, $44,500 per year. London in the UK, it's about $38,000 to $51,000. It's very, very expensive as well. In Australia, it's about $26,000 to $41,000. Also very expensive. Now let's look at the University of Tokyo, where I go to school. It's compared to that, it's very cheap. It's only $5,000 a year. Okay, so it's for 1 year you go to school in Japan. So for 1 year you go to school in Japan, you only pay $5,000. But if you go to 1 year for school in the UK, for example, you have to pay 10 times as much. So compared to other countries, Japan is very cheap for getting a degree. Okay. But also, Japan has a lot more scholarships than many other countries. Okay. I give you an example. So this is a pamphlet that's published by an organization called Japan Student Service Organization. This is a government agency that helps foreign students in Japan to get money to complete their education. So every year they create a pamphlet that has all the scholarships opportunities available for foreign students. Okay, so if we look at the 2019-2020 pamphlet, we have these kind of scholarships. For example, the national government gives scholarships. Okay, the scholarship include free tuition, so you don't have to pay for school. It provides you with airline ticket, round trip airline ticket from home. So if you come from Liberia to Japan, then they'll pay for the airplane ticket from Liberia to Japan. And they also give you about $1,400 every month in cash so that you can live. Yeah, you can spend on housing, you can spend on food. So you have government scholarship like this. Then you also have more than 30 scholarships given by local governments. So you have national government scholarship, and you also have local student government, local government scholarship. And these scholarship, you also get free tuition, so you don't have to pay for school. And they also give you more than $900 a month in cash, so that you can pay for living expenses while you're in Japan studying. And there are more than 90 organizations outside of government that also give scholarships. Okay, these are usually affiliated with companies, right? So companies will have their foundations, which are like charities that give money to students from other countries to study in Japan. They will give something like $2,000 a month in cash to foreign students so that they can spend on their living expenses, they can spend on tuition and other things, right, that they need to complete their education in Japan. Okay, so you see that just in this pamphlet, there are more than 120 different scholarships. And each of these scholarships is not just one, but they also take many, right? Some scholarship give a scholarship to 20 students, some to 30, some to 50. So there are thousands upon thousands of scholarships that are available outside of just the national government scholarships. Okay, so there are many opportunities to fund your studies in Japan. But even if students cannot get a scholarship, they can also earn money while they study in Japan as part-time jobs. So a Japanese student visa allows students to work part-time up to 28 hours a week. And if the school is not in session, for example, if people are on summer vacation, then they're allowed to work full-time during the summer vacations. Okay. And part-time job in Japan can be very high paying, right? For example, if you teach English in Japan, you get paid about $39 per hour. Okay. If you work in a store or restaurant, you get paid a little bit less, but it's an easier job, right? You get paid about $14 an hour. Okay. And if you, for some of the people who want to work in construction, factory, or warehouse, you get paid about $28 an hour. So if you can calculate, if you work for 28 hours a week at this sort of hourly wage, you can get a few $1,000s a month to help pay for your living expenses and your studies, right? So this is extra funding for you outside of scholarship while you're studying Japan. Okay, so that's the reason that getting education in Japan can be relatively cheap compared to other places. Now, how we as an organization can help you get into a university in Japan. So there are a few things that we want to help you to do. Okay, one is learn the language. Okay, there are education in Japan that's completely English language. This is true. There are many degrees that are only English. So you can just learn in English and graduate while not knowing any Japanese. But unfortunately, if you want to get a job in Japan in the long term, most of the companies in Japan still need you to learn a little bit of Japanese language, right? So if you want to work in Japan, you probably need to learn a little bit of Japanese. So one thing that we can help you is to find online classes where you can learn Japanese language. Okay, if you ever decide to go to Japan for study abroad. Okay. Second one is we can tell you a little bit about the different courses that our partner universities offer. Okay, so right now, because of the coronavirus, so many Japanese universities, they're not taking foreign students at the moment. But next year, hopefully, when the coronavirus becomes less of a problem, then these universities will start creating courses, programs that are open to foreign students to apply, and they can get an education here as part of the program, as students in the program. And we, because we have, we talk to universities in Japan as well, we will be able to provide you with information about these courses, okay, as they are published. Okay. And then after we tell you about the courses, we can answer your questions about how to apply for schools and for scholarships. Unfortunately, we cannot apply to the schools and scholarships on your behalf. That would be illegal, right? You still have to do the application yourself. But we can give you the advice on what to put in the applications, right? What do the schools look for in the applications, and what kind of things you put in your applications that'll make your application stand out and to improve your chances of getting into the courses and programs that you apply for. So we can provide you with this kind of information later on. Okay. And then at the end, we can provide you with information on what is it like to live in Japan. Of course, I live in Japan. Many of my colleagues also live in Japan. So if you do decide to come to Japan for education, you'll have, you'll be living in a new country that you don't know too much about. We can provide you information about what is it like to live here, what kind of difficulties you'll have by living here, right? So we can explain all of that to you. Okay. We have many partnerships with many universities in Japan. So our staff members in the organization, we have contacts with officers and universities. So that means we can get information about different courses and different programs that it will be very difficult for you to find yourself. Okay. So we'll be able to provide you with information like the programs and the courses and how to apply if you sign up with us. Okay. So that will allow us to give you tips and advice on how to get into the program easier. Okay. So that's it. This is my short presentation. You can follow us on Facebook if you're on your smartphone, and we also have YouTube channel where you can see our explanation, like this one that we did today. I will put in the YouTube channel, and we also have a website that you can look at. Okay. Once we have information about our programs and courses from our partner universities, I will probably announce them through our Facebook and also through our website. So you can, once you sign up, you'll be able to find the information about the programs and courses as soon as the information become available. Okay, great. That's it. That's it. Okay, thank you very much for your time. And I want to take any questions that you have. If any of the students have any questions, let me know. I'm ready to answer them right now.
Hello, are you hearing us from Liberia? Any question from Liberia? Let me call and find out what's going on.
Yeah, you can probably call them and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Gray?
Yeah.
Did you follow the presentation?
Say that?
Did you follow the presentation?
Yes.
So I don't know whether you're hearing us, but he was asking if there are any questions.
Yes. Someone is about to use my phone. Probably use my phone because you're not hearing
No, but your phone is, then you need to get on Zoom. Can you get on Zoom? Then they can ask a question from your phone, okay?
Yeah.
Or maybe he can take the questions from the students and just relay it to us.
One question. Hello.
Yeah, but hello, listen to me, please.
Yeah.
That the grade needs to get on the link, on the Zoom link, or he can, and then he can ask his question.
Oh, you want me to put it on the Zoom link?
Yeah, get on Zoom, then you can give your phone from student to student.
Okay.
Thank you. Direct with your questions.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How can a student be connected to the host?
You don't need a host to study in Japan. You only need to apply directly to the university and the program that you're interested in going to. Okay. And once the university accepts you as a student, then the university will provide the visa. Okay. And then you can come to school directly to Japan. So you don't need a host.
Okay. Any other question?
Please go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so tell me, sorry, how do you want to continue the document for studying in Japan because they do not have their embassy here. Okay, the travel document. How to obtain travel document?
Sorry, I don't think I heard that question.
Okay. Let me. I will just repeat your question, then he will answer it. All right.
Yeah, how to obtain travel documents? Since indeed we do not have the Japanese embassy in our country.
Okay, so he's gonna give the answer, but basically, the beginning of the process is not a travel document.
Right.
The
That is
beginning of the
correct.
process is you will get information from the partner university, the university that they are working with.
Yes.
Then, are they hearing me?
Yes.
Then you need to apply directly. You go there, you do your own research, all the information will be available. You apply just like you apply to any school in the world.
Yes.
Okay? When you get accepted, the university in Japan will inform you that you have gotten accepted, and they will initiate the process for you to get a visa to come.
That is correct.
And our partner here will be working with the university over there to make sure to get you to Japan.
Yes. So in Japan, the travel document is the responsibility of the university. Okay. So once you get acceptance from the university, then the university will start to apply for the travel document. You cannot apply for travel document before you get accepted to a program. Okay.
What was that question answered?
Yes.
Okay, any other question?
Okay, but this is not the grade. I'd like to know whether this kind of program, is it just limited to students or faculty or staff can also be a part of it?
So it's for anyone who wants to do a degree. Okay. So yeah, so you can do a bachelor's, master's, or PhD, right? If you want to get an education at any level, it will be open. As long as the university has a course or a program that you're interested in, then you can apply. Yes. So it doesn't really matter what your age is, or your current job. As long as you want to study again as a student, it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
So you can even have gray hair, you still are welcome.
That's totally true. Yes. There are students who are 50 years old, 60 years old, and they're still doing education. Okay. That's not a problem. As long as you're willing to become a student, a full-time student, then this program is open for you.
Yeah, so that are great from the perspective of the Bomi Community College. We are trying to build a new partnership with our colleague in Japan. So we are looking at, I am looking at it from two levels. First level is directly the students, but at the same time, we as a college need to focus on how we're going to build the capacity of our faculty, for example.
Right.
So in that light, like Mr. Su said, anyone who wants to study, you want to go for a PhD, you want to go for master's, you want to go for bachelor's, in any field, once coronavirus is over with, you do your research, you apply. When you get accepted, then our partner here will help you to initiate the whole process of how to get visa and all that other stuff to get into the country. And you do not need a host. You just need to be accepted in the college.
Yes.
In Japan.
Okay, then that also means that our students at our level where we open and none of them can
Yes. So this was one of the things that got me. This was one of the things that got me really excited about this program, because for our students that are completing their AA, right before or after their graduation, they can apply, but they'll be applying for bachelor's in their appropriate field.
That's correct.
So people who are interested in medicine and nursing can apply for bachelor degree. People who are doing other fields can apply for, whatever field, and all of these things are opportunities are open to you. But they'll be applying for bachelor's in that instance.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity for all of our students and our faculty. Any other question?
You want to know whether they will accept the credits from here. For example, the student graduates from BCC, will they accept the credit?
Most likely they won't. Okay, so it depends on the university, but generally any university will have partner universities in other countries. Okay, and they will only accept credit from those partner universities. And for each university, the partner universities are a very small group of universities, right? So most likely, if you are to study in Japan, you'll have to start from zero. Yeah. The courses that you took in Liberia, in Bomi College, might not be possible to be transferred to a Japanese university.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay.
Any other question?
I think you want to ask question, okay. There's one more question, one last question.
Are there any female students?
Yeah, there's a female student. But most of them leaving. And I see you don't have any question? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
My name is Friday, and I want to ask a question. My question has to do with the studying abroad.
Okay.
Is there any fee to pay?
No,
Is there any application fee to be paid when you apply?
No, so you will apply directly to the university. We as an organization do not take any money, right? We're not an organization that will take money from you to help you apply for school, because we don't apply for school on your behalf. You will be applying yourself. We only provide advice. Okay. If any organization tell you they can apply for you to Japanese university, they cannot do that. That's illegal, right? You as the applicant have to make the application yourself. Otherwise, it's lying. So yes, there is no other fees. Okay, it's only the fees that you will have to pay for university. For example, things like tuition, right? That's from the university, and there is no other fee aside from what the university needs.
All right. Okay, somebody here, what's it?
Yeah, I'm George. I want to know something.
Yeah, what is it?
I want to come to KTM, but if it happens that I don't have no documents to come, that I don't have no facility, then visa.
No, but no, the question was answered. Once you apply to the university, they issue a visa, they will take it. Yes. Yes.
So the application, is it online or in a university in this country material, we should go there and apply? Is that what you're saying?
the answer to your question is,
Yes, sir.
after this presentation, we're going to be working with our partner over the next few months. Once the coronavirus is over with, by the grace of God,
Yes, sir.
then they are in Japan, in Tokyo, the capital city. They have partner university that they work with that are interested in African students.
Yes, sir.
And we are fortunate that Bomi Community College is now going through this process. When the virus is over with, their partner university will let them know what courses, what area can people apply for to come and study. And then you as a student will do your own research and you apply directly to the university.
Yes, that is correct.
And when you apply, you get accepted. Once you get an acceptance letter, the university and our partner in Japan will work with you to get you in Japan.
Yes.
So that's the whole
Thank
process.
you. So that let me make this clear. Let me get this clear. Are you saying we will apply online to the university?
Yeah. So all the information will be available of how you apply. You will go to the university and they'll give you instruction on how to apply.
Yes.
Okay. You fill the application, you submit it, all the document they ask you for, you submit it, and then they will evaluate your document and say this student can come to study.
Okay.
Or this student cannot come to study.
So all the application documents, all.
One second, please. 1 second, Dr. Gray. Yeah, go ahead, please.
So all the online, all the instructions and the documents for applying to the university.
Dr. Gray, he's saying something. He's saying something. One more. Yeah, please go ahead.
So all the documents and the instructions for applying to specific programs and courses will be available on the university's website. Okay, the university will put all of that information on their own website, and once those information is available, we'll tell you where to look at on the university's website to get information about those programs and courses. Okay.
Yeah, he's saying that all the information from the university will be available on the university website. And then you can then get the information and apply directly. Now, we at Bomi Community College, through our administration, will be working with our students, with our faculty, the one that are interested to, and also with our partner in Japan, to put your application in the best light possible,
Mhm.
and then submit your application. Now, when you submit your application, we wait and see, and then eventually the university will come back to you and say, you are accepted. Or unfortunately, if you're not accepted, you are not accepted. But if you are accepted, the university with our partner are going to work together with all the necessary immigration document, visa, ticket, and other things to get you in Japan.
Wow.
So it's a huge opportunity for those students. Maybe you might say they might not take all my credits from Bombing. That may be true, but if you took a course in calculus or biology and you did well, I'm sure you go there, you can challenge the university. I'm very good in biology or this level of mathematics. I can sit and take the test. You take the test, you pass, they will give you the credit. Most universities do that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, but how long does it take to learn a language?
Depends on your brain power.
Yeah, that really depends on the person. It's really hard to say. Yeah, that really depends on the person.
1 year, 2 years?
But Dr. Gray and the students and the faculty there, don't forget the language is only important. It's important because you're in a different society. You need to know how to communicate.
Yes.
But in terms of studying, you can find courses that are taught strictly in English, no Japanese.
All right.
But you need a language if you desire or you want to work, because you got to be dealing with the people. So that's when you need a language. So you got to have an open mind to learn a little bit of the language to be able to function in the society.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And if you are an internationalist like Vani Yembe, then you will also be very happy to learn a language.
Of course.
If it takes you, 6 months, you know how to say hello, then maybe you are slow. But if you can function a little bit, 6 months, 1 year, by the time you get a degree, you'll be able to function in our society.
So for many universities in Japan,
I think he wants to conclude. He wants to conclude. Hold on, please. Yeah.
sorry, just to add something to that question, to that answer. So many universities in Japan, they now have many foreign students. So they all have Japanese classes for their foreign students, right? So so as a student enrolled in that university, you'll be able to join those Japanese language classes, and that'll help you learn the language too.
Okay. Thank you so much. Dr. Gray, any final word?
Yeah, well, let me just say how critical and delighted I am for this great opportunity that has come to us. I want to thank Dr. Shu and the organization for reaching out to us. And it is our prayer that in the not too distant future, this partnership will grow, people will benefit, and the staff will benefit, and that it will go on and spread, to other areas in our country. Let me salute you again, and let me thank you, buddy, for the effort you are making to connect us all over the world. We pray that this opportunity will continue in the near future. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. So
Thank you all.
so for the next for the next step,
The next step, yeah.
the next step, I will send you a few links, right?
Yeah.
There is our Facebook page. We
Okay.
have our own sign up sheet where you
Yeah.
can leave your email, and we have our website, right? So right now I don't have any specific information for you on Japanese University, but when you sign up there, when there is new information available, you'll be able to see. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you and I will be talking maybe later on this week, please.
Okay. Sounds great.
Have a good night. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
all my loving people in Bombing.
Okay.
All right.
I wish you all the best.
We wish you were here, then we'll put you on our back.
Not yet. When I get my first student graduating from a Japanese university, then you can put me on the back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you
Great.
so much.
Thank
God
you.
bless you all.
Okay. Great. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
yeah,
Bali.
I will send
talk-
you the links by email. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Thank you.
We'll
very
chat
much.
later, all right?
Okay. Okay. Bye bye now.
Have a restful evening.
You too. Bye bye now.